It's Thursday, it's puck time, it's the Prez. Home at WagerTalk.com, co-founder of that brilliant website, one of the biggest in the industry. Make sure to check it out. We got Alex Badass Smith with us, and him again.
Him. Dude, I am on a new shake diet. Today it's Nutella from Harvey's.
Whoa, that's a hell of a diet. The crazy thing is it's better than that crappy Coke that Alex
I was just about to say, I'm not drinking the sweetest beverage now. We got to be neck and neck. There's got to be a lot of sugar in that.
I'm trying this new high-calorie diet.
Oh, yeah? What's the plan?
Fun calories. Because I plan on, I've got a busy day today. I plan on binge watching The Umbrella Academy on Netflix.
Okay, well, you enjoy. I'm reading these days. I haven't watched a series in ages, and now I'm reading Mark Greaney, his series on the Gray Man. I love these international assassin badasses. I read every Mitch Rapp novel. I think there's 17 of them. It took me a year to get through. Then I started reading Brad Thor with Scott Horvath, but I didn't think he was badass enough. So I quit on him, and now I'm reading The Gray Man. Not that you people care.
No, I don't. I literally just read hockey news and soccer stuff. So
it's important to have something to take your mind off things, especially if you have like a bad loss or something. Have a TV show or listen to some music to fall back on. So it is kind of a key thing to keep something non-sports around you. When things can get kind of hectic.
Yeah, Carm.
Whatever, man. I go to Twitter. You know what I love about Twitter is at night, literally, will post like 30 or 40 things like rapid fire tweets.
You do?
He completely ignores me. Like, I literally wanted to say to Dave, if I wanted to get ignored, I'd go to the bedroom and try talking to my wife. But at least reply to something.
What are
Dave.
you talking about? I think your wife will talk to you. It's if you go to the bedroom and try play with your wife where the ignore comes in.
Whatever, man. I'm a newlywed. So anyways, let's get on.
That's a good point. Here. Hey, I see some scruff on that noggin.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting. I'm actually going for one of those nice traditional Italian shaves later, where they
shave you with rigatoni,
hot towels. It's
just shave this thing right here, dude.
Alex won't get us, but I call it the Justin Trudeau look. Your buddy, the Prime Minister of Canada, a guy Lawrence toured the world with. He's in a bit of trouble here in Canada.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Although I don't want that because I'm. Let's not talk politics.
Yeah. Let's go.
There's enough issues in America. 7 games on tap today. Let's get through all of them. And Alex, we'll start with you. The New York Islanders just came off a loss against Calgary 3-1. They're playing the Leafs, and the Leafs are looking good. They are scoring a ton. Last night they beat Edmonton 6-2. Before that, 5-3. And then Montreal, they won 6-2. This is a great game, boys. I mean, we got an irate New York Islanders fan base at John Tavares. They are excited to boo the crap out of him, and I think that's going to galvanize the Leafs. I think we're going to get a playoff atmosphere type game tonight. Both teams are going to absolutely bring it. We have a pick-em money line, give or take, and an over and under at 6. But there are some 5.5s on the board. 5.5's pretty low for Toronto, guys. I don't know what to do sidewise here because the Leafs are on a back-to-back. But I do like over the total. Alex?
I like the Leafs here in this spot. The Leafs have been one of the better teams on the second night of back-to-backs. I know they were above 500 in that trend for quite a while. Obviously, like I said, goaltending is going to be a bit of a question. But it's Garrett Sparks that's a net. Nazem Kadri is also possibly out of this game with a concussion. But this is, like I said, going to be a huge crowd. And make note that this is a game played at Nassau Coliseum, the old spot. This isn't in Brooklyn at Barclays Center. So it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a true playoff atmosphere. It's going to be a fired-up crowd. I would look at the over here. Like I said, Toronto gone over 8 of their last 12 games, and when playing against the Islanders in the last 21 meetings, 17 of those meetings have gone over the total. So I would look at Toronto and the over here. Like I said, I think Tavares will be fired up knowing that the crowd's going to be all against him. And if you see a prop somewhere where he bet on him to score a goal, I could see him coming up with a key goal tonight.
He's Alex Smith. I'm the Prez. We got Carmine Bianco with us. Carmine, 30 seconds or less. What do you like in this game?
Listen, this is a completely different Islanders team. I was at the game in Toronto end of December where the Islanders completely dominated and shut down the Leafs, winning like 4-0. Listen, they've won 8 of 10 at home. The 2 losses were to Calgary last time out, 3-1, and a 1-0 overtime loss to the Lightning. The difference between the Islanders of this year and Islanders of last year is they're much better in net and defensively. They've allowed 149 goals, the lowest in the NHL. That's a 2.4 goals against average. Usually these back-to-backs are tough, but the Leafs had an easy one last night against Edmonton, but I think they're up against it tonight. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
We lost Carm for a sec there. Guys, really quickly, I got a couple of promos to give out. Firstly, our regular weekly promo that we're running, $35 for a week of all our NHL plays. Use the promo code NHL35. If you want Alex, head over to SportsMemo. If you want Carm and myself, head over to WagerTalk.com. And another quick promo. Since the start of March Madness last year in college basketball, I am 62%. I am 41-26 in college basketball. I have a 5-star play tonight, the highest rated play we sell at WagerTalk. It's regularly $30. For our listeners, $10. Use the promo code PREZ10. That's PREZ 10, and you get my 5-star in college basketball for only $10. Carm likes the under in the Leaf game. I like the over, and Alex likes the over as well. Carm, let's go to you first on this Flyers-Columbus game. Columbus at home, Bobrovsky in net. They lost their last game to Pittsburgh, and they played very poorly. They just fell out of wild card position, so we're going to get their absolute best effort. Philadelphia has won 2 games in a row and 5 of their last 7. The home team is all the way up to minus 170, 180. The over and under in this game is 6.5. I like under the total in this game, and I also like Columbus in regulation. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? These are 2 teams obviously battling for a playoff spot. Columbus is a point out. Philly's like 7 points out. Columbus, I said it the other day, Columbus is literally all in on this season. At the trade deadline, they could have moved Panarin. They could have moved Bobrovsky. Both of them are UFAs. Instead, they picked up another player. They picked up I'm missing his name here, but they picked up someone at the All-Star break, at the trade deadline, and they're all in. They're basically making a push. If you're looking at tonight's game, listen, the Flyers are actually playing really well. They picked up points in 15 of 18. They've gone 14-3-1. Which is what you want to do when you're in a playoff race. But not so great when they head to Columbus. They're 0-12-1 their last 13 visits to Columbus. So, Columbus, regulation time for me.
My phone won't stop ringing. I'm putting the ringer off. Alex, 30 seconds or less. What do you like in this game?
Yeah, I like the Columbus in regulation spot as well, too. Like I said, the pieces that Columbus added, Keith Kincaid in net, Matt Duchene, Ryan Zingle. I think all those guys, like I said, it's going to take a while for them to completely gel and really get things rolling. We mentioned that before, but I think tonight at home against the Flyers team they've dominated, I think they should be able to win this within 60 minutes.
We are on the same page, young man. Okay, boys, we go to Alex first. We got the lowly Oilers after a crappy performance last night, playing against a team that I don't think would win a lot of games in my league. The Ottawa Senators. This team is a disaster. They've lost 5 games in a row. They've lost 7 of their last 8. They can barely score. This is a game of 2 really bad teams, guys. We've got the home team as a dog. The total is 6. I like over the total in this play. I think Ottawa is going to find some scoring, especially playing against a crappy Edmonton defense. I think Edmonton will be able to put up 3 at least. Alex, we're going to you first, I think. What do you like?
I mean, it's really not much to say about this game. Like I said, it's going to be easily, this is the worst matchup of the evening. But like I said, the over has gone in 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two clubs. Like I said, when you have two teams now, like I said, all the moves have been made. They know they're going to be pretty much just playing for lottery position. No team really wants to win this game from a standing point of view, but obviously the players are going to care about it. So I would lean toward the over here, but couldn't take a side either way. Like I said, Edmonton has lost a bunch of games, 7 of their last 9. Ottawa's lost 10 of their last 13 at home. So this could be a shootout. Not sure who's going to win it though.
Bald man, 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, I think listen, Ottawa sold off their assets. They're looking to the future right now. Edmonton, I keep saying, despite how they're playing, that they're still within like 9 points of a playoff spot. They still can actually do something. But here's the thing is, they've got like a favorable schedule. If you look at it, they've got Ottawa and Buffalo on this road trip, sandwiched in between Columbus, of course. Then they head home, and they've got a heavy home schedule with a lot of teams they should be able to beat. So maybe it starts tonight. When you're not scoring, playing a team like Ottawa, who have allowed 24 goals in the last 5 games, something that helps what ails you. So we'll see. They were read the riot act after yesterday's game. All right. So listen, not much was expected of them going into Toronto, but they should have played better than they did. So we'll see what they do tonight.
That's for sure. He's Carmine. I'm the Prez. Alex B. Smith with us. Guys, make sure to use the promo code PREZ10 to get my college basketball 5-unit play as well. 7 days of our NHL plays for $35. Use the promo code NHL35. Carm, we go to you to talk about the big game of the night. Boston against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's won 11 in a row. Their last 3 games, however, against 3 bad teams, all went to overtime. They were able to win it. Boston absolutely rolling. They just beat San Jose 4-1. They've won 8 of their last 9 games. This might be the first time we've seen Tampa Bay as a dog, albeit it's only plus 105. The Boston Bruins home team minus 125, and the over and under here is 6.5. I mean, for me, and we spoke about this yesterday, boys, when 2 really good teams get together, when 2 teams who might be seeing each other in the playoffs get together, it tends to be a tight game, a lot of checking. I lean on under the total in this one. Carl?
Yeah, listen, talking about back-to-backs, I watched that game last night, Tampa and the Rangers. I was on the over there, so it went my way. But listen, that was as physical a game as I've seen for a while. There was a good old-fashioned brawl as well, too, which was great, where you get like 2 or 3 fights going on. Obviously, only 2 fighting majors called, but it was a physical game for Tampa. And now they're going to Boston. They're giving Vasilevsky the night off, so it's Dominique in net tonight. And yeah, he's 19-4 this season, but he's 1-2 against the Bruins. Bruins have won 5 straight at home, winners of 8 of their past 10, and points in all 10. So the 2 losses, they've gone to overtime in those losses. Listen, Tampa won the game at home 3-2. The only game they played this year, but I actually think the Bruins catching Tampa off a tough game last night are going to get the win at home. And it's kind of like what I talked about, flat spots for Tampa from here on out. They've locked up that top spot. They're going to win the President's Cup, President's Trophy. this is a game that no one likes to lose, but this is one that they could drop and it's not going to bother them. I think at the end of the day. So Bruins minus 118 for me.
I agree with that, Carm. I think I don't want to bet against Tampa Bay with only 11 regular season losses on the board, but. Yeah, I mean, not only do they have Tampa Bay in a soft spot on a back-to-back, but look, Tampa Bay is obviously not playing their best hockey, taking 3 teams to overtime, all 3 teams at the bottom of the standings. Alex, 30 seconds or less on this game?
Yeah, this is my 5-star play over at SportsMemo. You can get that up on the website right now. Like I said, this is definitely the marquee matchup of the night. If you're just even a fan, this is definitely one worth watching. But there's some good betting value here. Like I said, this is the 3rd time we've seen Tampa Bay as a dog. They're 1-1 in the previous 2 matchups. And with, like I said, 10-game win streak on the line. We saw Boston play tough with St. Louis that had a long win streak coming into. So it's definitely going to be a playoff atmosphere. So definitely pick up that play over at SportsMemo.
Guys, I'm not going to give out a promo, but what I am going to tell you is Alex will have a promo for his 5-star play. It will be $10. Check out his Twitter in the next hour, and he will give that promo play out on his Twitter. Alex, give out your Twitter.
My Twitter is at AXSmithSports.
AXSmithSports. Within the next hour, Alex will have a promo code up for his 5-star play on the Tampa Bay Boston game. Alex, let's talk about the Canucks going into Arizona tonight. Arizona on a 4-game win streak. They just beat Florida 4-3. I told you guys yesterday on the show Colorado was the play against Vancouver, but it did go to a shootout. And Vancouver beat Anaheim 4-0, so Vancouver might be putting a little run together now. But look, Arizona is playing the best hockey, they've probably ever played in their entire franchise career, as far as I'm concerned. The over and under is 5.5. That's a perfect number for a Vancouver game, but it's low for an Arizona game. The money line here is the home team at minus 167. I can't play the side here, but I do lean a little bit on the over because Arizona is scoring a lot of goals right now.
I got to go the opposite way on that one. Last night I cashed it under with Vancouver. That was a easy 6.5 under when, like I said, the game going in the shootout, and Colorado finally getting a win, outside of regulation. Only a second win in 14 games have gone to a shootout or overtime. Now they have to play on the second night of a back-to-back against the Arizona team that's got things rolling. They have 4 wins in a row, but they've gone under in 5 of their last 7 games, including 4-1 to the under at home. I could see this being a tight battle. Like I said, Arizona's a good example of what we talked about in the last couple of shows, where teams that they're still kind of in the race, but they're more on the outside. They're just going to play hard, and try and build, a winning environment late into the season, something to build upon for next year. So this would be a good win for them to get at home and extend the 5 in a row.
Carmine with his love patch, 30 seconds or less.
Okay, listen, Vancouver, listen, they continue to surprise us, but they're one of those teams that look good. You think that they're going to go on a run, but the facts are they've lost 4 of their past 5, 10 of their past 15. I think they're a team that are slowly dropping out of the playoff race. Coyotes are only 3 points out. I did go against them last time out because I thought they were beatable, and unfortunately, Florida fell apart late. Gave up a shorthanded goal late in that third, and then sent it to overtime shootout, and obviously lost there. So, minus 150 with Arizona. The total is I've got the total sitting at 5.5 here. I'm not sure what you guys got.
5.5.
I'm leaning to another low-scoring game with Arizona. For me, it's under or nothing.
Under or nothing from Bianco. Carmine, Vegas Golden Knights hosting the Florida Panthers. And Florida, well, they've been playing pretty good lately. They've gotten a point in their last 3 games. They've won 5 of their last 7. They're putting a little run together. The Golden Knights have won only 1 of their last 4 games, Carm, and 6 of their last 8 games. They did just beat Dallas. It's time for Vegas to put their foot on the pedal. The money line here is the home team at minus 220. The total is 6.5. Although for some reason there is a couple of 5.5s on the board, but we're going to use 6.5 as the number. I like Vegas here in regulation. I think Florida is going to be tired. This is their third game in 4 nights. And, well, we know what happens when you have a night in Vegas and then you got to play the next day. I like the nights in regulation.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, Florida, along the same lines, they keep dropping points. They're like now 9 out of a playoff spot, and they've got to leapfrog teams. Here's the thing about Vegas. Vegas made some moves, at the trade deadline. They brought in Stone, and I'm telling you, there was a jump to that team step last time out in that win. And we always talk about, when you see a team reel off 6, 7, 8, 9 wins in a row, and you're like, man, why couldn't I have got on them, when they started this run instead of like, I don't want to jump on them when there's 8 or 9 games. This Vegas team looks like they are going to go on a run, and it could have started with that last win. But after this Florida game, their next 8 games, other than a home and away against Calgary, they've got 6 what I call winnable games, where I would make them a 75 to 80% favorite to win those games. So, even if they split that one with Calgary, and who knows, they could beat Calgary twice. They are going to go on a roll now, and I think you've got to watch, because if they start to pick up wins, they're going to string them together, and before you know it, it's like, wow, Vegas has won 10 in a row. Why didn't I get on this streak? This team is playing much better, and sometimes that new blood in a dressing room just motivates the team to play better.
Yeah, and Mark Stone is really good too. I mean, I think he adds another dimension to that forward group.
The one thing that I don't like about Florida tonight is, listen, Reimer left the last game with a back injury. Okay, he's likely not in net tonight. It's going to be Luongo, and Luongo is like 14, 13, and 2 with a 3.09 goals against average. He's not the Luongo of old, and
he is actually the Luongo of old.
He is Luongo old.
Yeah, that guy's got to be closing in on 40 for Christ's sake.
Listen, Reimer's had a great season with Florida. He's obviously the better of the two. I don't like to see Luongo in there. He could surprise me, but he's more the kind of guy that last night he probably did go out and have a night in Vegas, right? So we'll see what happens tonight.
Alex, 30 seconds or less. What do you like in this game?
I actually would lean with Florida here in this spot. We're talking about a Vegas team that has lost 7 of 9 at home. Florida has won 5 of their last 7 overall. Like I said, they're kind of a team. The fact that they're on the outside looking in, they could just kind of play and not have to worry about too much. Because I think the pressure's more on Vegas, especially making a big move by bringing in Mark Stone. But like I said, you got Luongo. If it's not Luongo, check on Twitter or something, because if Luongo's not starting, it's Sam Montembeault, who was called up from AHL Springfield. That's going to be the backup tonight. If it's him, I definitely can't trust a rookie making his debut in Vegas. I would be more comfortable with Luongo, but I lean with the price there with Florida on the road.
Everybody make sure to check Alex's Twitter within the next hour. He's going to have a promo code for you all. He's got a 5-unit play at sportsmemo.com. So check his Twitter account, and that promo will be sitting there. Alex, last game on the board, Dallas against the LA Kings. Andrew has been pushing take the over in the LA Kings. Andrew McGinnis, he says the over in the LA Kings is the way to go. They've gone over 3 times in a row, and 7 of their last 9 games. Dallas is an under team all the way. This team is struggling to find scoring depth. They just went under against Vegas 4-1 in that game. The total here is 5.5. I can't play under 5.5 in this game. The home team is basically a plus 105 dog. I have no opinion. I have no interest in this game whatsoever.
Well, Andrew was right about betting the over in LA games, but the key part of that is it's got to be consistent on the other team. Look at where the last 3 games have gone. 6-1 win for Florida, 6-1 win for Carolina, 4-3 shootout win for Tampa Bay. So if you're going to bet a LA over, it's got to be because the other team can score. That's not the case with Dallas here. Dallas, they picked up Matt Zuccarello, got a goal and assist in his first game in a Stars uniform, and then goes and breaks his arm. Andrew Cogliano, who's an Iron Man, he's played 929 straight games without an injury. He gets crushed by Ryan Reeves. He's going to be out for this game with an upper body injury. No Jamie Benn as well. So that's pretty much all the scoring for Dallas, a team that's gone under 14 the last 20 games. Even with 5.5, I still like the under here with Stars and Kings.
Carmine, what do you think in this game?
Yeah, it's pretty much Alex summed it up there. Listen, Stars have lost like five of their past 7. They've allowed 40-plus shots in 4 of those 5 games, which doesn't bode well when you consider Bishop's not in net tonight. It's Kuberin is in net tonight. He's like 12, 13, and 3. But it's the Kings that they're playing. And the Kings just aren't generating any type of offense. They've allowed 38 goals in their last 9 games, which were all losses. This likely is like a Stars 3-1 type game tonight. So under for me here.
He's Carmine. I'm the Prez. The other guy is Alex Badass Smith. That's your new nickname, dude. Anyway.
I'll take it.
Carm, we've got poker on Friday night at my house, and I'm missing it again.
I'm not going to be there. I finished 3rd last time out. I don't know. I've got to work out this new shake diet. Day 1, we'll see how it goes.
Is it good?
It is. It's Nutella. I'm Italian. A Nutella shake. It's the best.
Well, we like to call it Nutella, but I guess you call Knots Newts. Do you call Knots Newts?
No.
So why, if you don't call Knots Newts, do you call Nutella Nutella?
Potato, potato, tomato, tomato.
I never understood the potato thing ever. Has anyone ever heard?
I never heard potato.
Ever. Like,
No.
I was born in South Africa, lived in Australia, traveled the world, brought up in Canada, know a whole lot of Americans, and I've not heard one single person in my whole life refer to a potato as a potato.
Yeah, I've never heard it either. Between Chicago and Minnesota, I've never heard it in my life. So,
Carm?
I have no idea. I don't know what to tell you, man. I call it whatever I call it. It just depends on whether, it drives the wife nuts when sometimes I just start speaking to her in an English accent, and I'm Italian. She's like, and that's because of our good friend Rainey. He's got me on this thing where sometimes I'll just start speaking with an English accent, and it just drives her up the freaking wall.
Well, next week, you're on our Wednesday show. I want you to do the entire show as an Englishman.
Absolutely.
I want you to get one of these thingies.
A monocle?
Monocle?
Yeah, because only Englishmen wear that. I want you to eat potatoes while we talk, and I want the whole thing done in an English accent.
That's a problem.
That might be a wee bit of a problem. Boys, thanks for the show. Guys, make sure to head over to WagerTalk.com. Get my 5% college basketball play. Use the promo code PREZ10. And check out Alex's Twitter within the next hour. And he will have a promo code to give out for his 5-star play.
And by the way, I've got an NHL spot play up tonight as well, too. I did win last night, and I'm starting to get on another Bianco roll.
I don't understand this, Carm. All you're on are Bianco rolls. Like you put up an NHL top play, I think on Tuesday, and your sales pitch was, "I have an NHL top play, buy it now." Like, really? You couldn't come up with anything else? What's your record this NHL season?
I'm not actually sure. I've got to update my standings there, but I'm having a pretty damn good year.
So if you're I know you're having a pretty damn good year. You're actually killing all of us. You couldn't come up with a sales pitch?
I'm not good at that. I'm not like you guys.
I'm Carmine Bianco. I'm drinking a Nutella shake while eating a potato, and I found a big spot play in hockey. Buy it now. And my love patch will be in use at 11:12 p.m. tonight.
What can I tell you, man? I'm not a tout. I'm just the guy who puts up plays.
He went the mic drop version. He just says, "I got to play. You should buy it." Boom.
That's it. That's all it is. Absolutely. See, Alex knows what we're talking about.
Later, boys. We'll Alex and Andrew tomorrow. Check out Joe. Morning Joe and the Pro today. I got the great, the famous, the legendary Ralph Michaels with us. And I'll ask him about the potato thing, because if any man knows about how the names and nicknames of food, it might be Ralph.
Possibly.
Okay, that might have been mean, right?
Ask him what the best way to peel a potato is. He will know.
Why? Do you have a trick for us?
No, I don't. On next week's show, I do. I'll show you on next week's show.
Later, boys.
Later.
You guys.